Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of
Mom and Son Podcast. This is Rose Fres Fausto, the mom, also known as FQ Mom.
And this is Anton Fausto, the son. So what we're doing today is we're going to be talking about something which just happened recently. So it was just Holy Week last week.
Last week.
Yes, last week. And you know, a lot of families have their own traditions, what they do. It's usual nga, it's common that people go out of town. Yeah, which
yes.
it's ano din kasi it's a holiday
It's
also.
the longest weekend in the Philippine calendar, na
Yes.
holiday. That's why a lot of families take advantage of this vacation to go out.
Sometimes
But-
naiingit ako na nice din to go to a beach or Japan or
Yes,
something.
Yes.
But what we do is different. We do what we call decluttering.
Yes.
Can you explain more what that is, Ma?
Oh well, the history of this is that both Papa and I grew up not really going out of town in our respective families. So we would really observe the church traditions. We'd go to church, Holy Thursday, visit
Yeah.
the iglesia, etc. And so it was like natural for us to also not go out on a holiday because it was like going with Jesus Christ. And then I found myself taking advantage of that long weekend to clean up. Kasi sometimes you accumulate a lot of things during the year. And since you already have that long weekend and or at home lang naman, so I started doing that. And then as you were growing up, I involved you na. So
Yeah.
if you remember, you were still young then, di ba? Because you had to make the decision whether a shirt or a pair of shorts will be discarded.
Yeah, and I think it was good because back then, you know, we'd always have this. We have this need to clean up our things, to
Yes.
donate if ever something doesn't fit anymore or we don't use it as much. But there's no actual like formal date or
When to
event
do it.
on when to do it. So it sort of became like a habit na naging tradition. Now when it's Holy Week, that's the time to clean up, and it's very important to clean up, not just because it's bad to accumulate so much stuff. It's not your house won't be organized na hassle. It's not just a hassle because I believe that it's the first step. Cleaning your things, your material things, is the first step to being able to clean up and organize the other intangible things and aspects.
Life. That's true.
Of your life.
Yeah, kasi what is physical is something that we also internalize, ano. And then since last year, because I got hold I got hold of this Marie Kondo books, no?
I'm sure lots of people already know of her because of the Netflix.
Because of the
or Netflix show.
that
But
happened
before
just
that,
recently.
Netflix show, Mama already became a
Kondo.
Marie Kondo diehard.
And also Papa, he found her cute. It helped that he found her cute.
So it's just a testament that she reorganizes even her appearance.
Yes, and Papa is a very organized person. I mean, for a man, I remember when we were office mates at Farsda, his desk was always clean, and he would make sure that it was clean before he leaves.
Yeah, and he always reminds us when our shoes aren't in the box or in the proper, shoe cabinet or something like that. Okay, so let's dive. This is our take, our interpretation on how we apply the teachings of the prophet. Joke lang. The book of Marie Kondo. Joke lang.
The gospel according to Marie
Yes,
Kondo.
this is how we apply it.
So are we gonna talk about how it is quite parallel with the way we teach about FQ, Anton? Do you wanna do that? Yeah, sige. So maybe we can talk in steps, no?
Sige.
With the KonMari method, you have to also start with your end goal in mind. Kasi she said nga that the method starts with you picturing the ideal life. So some of her clients, they would say daw na, I want to live in a house that looks like a spa.
Okay.
I like that too.
So it's good to
yung
have
mga
that
ganon.
concrete image or goal, vision on what you want to achieve.
Yes, kasi for everything that you do, diba, it's important that you know why. You start with a why. And then
You don't just aimlessly start doing things without
kasi
the
it's
goal.
uso, diba?
Yeah, and the same is true with, of course, the FQ journey. So you picture the life that you want to have, not just the life you want to have now, how you want to see yourself in a few weeks, but well into your old age, into your retirement,
Yes.
when dun na, in the near future, long term, ganun.
Kaya nga, di ba, Mama would always say, not too much YOLO. You also
Yeah.
remember YAGO,
Yago.
which is you also grow old.
Tama.
Okay. So when we do that, di ba, no? What kind of, ikaw ba, what kind of life do you want to have in terms of your decluttering rather? Anong klaseng, what do you picture?
I'm not super particular and maarte with my things. As long as it makes sense, I don't need to make it color-coded, or
Okay.
there's no need for there to be some aesthetic masyadong order. As long as na,
You know where to get things.
yeah, I need to get this shirt. I know where to find it. I need to look for my clothes if we go to a cold country. Something like that. Edi, as long as there's some order.
Okay, the second step of Marie Kondo is to gather everything in one place. Actually, medyo nahirapan ako with this, the first time I did it. Kasi,
It's nakakatamad. It's really nakakatamad sometimes.
she doesn't want you to do it by room. So, if you're talking about fixing your clothes, you have to put all your clothes in one place.
So that you feel the magnitude of how much
Correct.
stuff you have.
Yeah, so if you have clothes if you have a laundry room or in somebody else's room, dapat pagsama-samahin mo. That's what she wants you to do. And you're right, so that you will feel the magnitude of the stuff that you've already accumulated, no? So, di ba, the same is true also again.
Yeah. Okay, so of course we're gonna relate it to FQ.
Oh, yeah.
So the same thing with the FQ journey, because it's really important to really list down all the things you own, all the things you owe,
Mga utang.
and all your income and expenses, where you get money, where does that money go, everything. You really have to see it
Yes.
together.
Yes. Before you can even start investing. Di ba?
Yes.
So now you can come up like what I've taught you now since you were young with your balance sheet. You have to list down the things that you own, the things that you owe, para alam mo, ano na ba, magkano na ba, so that you can do the proper allocation. So, yung balance sheet mo at saka yung income statement mo, para nakikita mo
Okay.
what are the things that you spend on. And how much do you really earn? Baka naman mamaya puro negative ka, no? So,
Yeah.
nothing's
It's
gonna
annoying
happen.
kasi
There's no way you can invest.
as someone who I'm still getting used to spending and earning my own money 100%. Sometimes let's say I'm just gonna buy the sandwich. I'm just gonna buy coffee. All those those small expenses here and
Yes.
now. Only when I listed down all my expenses, wow, I've been spending so much na pala.
Yeah.
Kahit hindi ko ramdam na I've been spending that much.
Yeah, kasi sometimes you say 100 lang naman eh.
Yeah, it's small. But all those pile up. All those. If let's say you have that mindset na, I'll just buy this thing naman eh. 100 pesos
deserve it
ganyan.
naman
Yeah,
eh.
and imagine you do that, let's say 3 times a week. That's gonna be
Yeah.
considerable amount then in a month.
Yes, that's right. So yun, like in the KonMari method, you have to gather everything in one place. In FQ, you also gather everything, list down everything, so that
Okay.
you know you have a good perspective.
The next step is the iconic catchphrase.
Yes,
of Marie Kondo.
the next step in the KonMari method is to hold each item and ask that burning question. Does it spark joy? Ding! Ding! Oh, and what do you do, Anton?
So when you hold those items and you ask that question, does it spark joy? You're gonna pick us if you're gonna keep those that do spark joy, and if you're gonna discard or remove or
Yes.
give away, throw away those things that don't spark
Yeah.
joy in your life. Because you only want to keep things, just like people. You want to keep things and people in your life that spark joy and are
Galing,
positive
ha? Hindi lang pang
influences.
FQ, ha?
Yeah,
Pwede rin
life
pang
lessons naman.
friends.
I think what makes KonMari very make her a
Attractive.
global hit is that
Yes.
these
It's
aren't just for your stuff.
It's a
for your life.
philosophy. It's a way of living talaga.
It's the new Aristotle.
So this is her signature feature. And what I also like about this is that first, she says nga she's not really a minimalist. It doesn't really mean that you have to be super konti lang yung kinikip mo. But
Yeah,
you
yung
just
mga, I
make
only
sure-
have 5 t-shirts.
Oo.
No need.
Her philosophy is really to keep those that spark joy.
Yeah.
And if you use that criterion, that's gonna be a filter and make your life happier. And then, ito pa yung gusto kong part. Sabi niya, because I really felt this a lot. Ako, mambubulok ako by nature. The items that you've had a lot of fun with, good memories about, hindi kasi kung minsan kahit ayaw mo nang gamitin, you don't wanna discard. Kasi
Oh yeah, I have
parang,
some of those.
di ba parang may loyalty ka? So, what she says is that you hold it and you thank it. Oh, di ba? There's a ceremony behind
So it's kind of like moving on from things in the past.
Wow. So, the parallel of that
With FQ naman.
with FQ is really a signature Rose Fresh Fausto.
Okay, so if Marie Kondo does it spark joy, Rose Fresh Fausto has
does this agree with my
core values?
Oh, di ba? That's what I always
It's kind of the
say.
same though, kasi sparking joy, if something agrees with your core
Yes.
values, if it, satisfies or is aligned with what you value, it sparks joy.
Correct, 'di ba? Kasi kahit na even if it's the most beautiful house siguro or the greatest painting according to art enthusiasts, if it doesn't really align with what you really want to do in life, no? Parang there's no use in accumulating all this expensive stuff.
Yeah.
Even if you can afford. Kung wala namang kinalaman dun sa core values
With what
mo,
makes
yan.
you, with what sparks joy for you.
Yes.
So if it's in Marie Kondo style, it's holding each item. Here it's looking at your expenses individually. So let's say, I'm spending so much na pala on this thing. Pero pagtingin mo, I'm spending a lot on going out with friends. Pero if it's in your core values naman, that you really want to
maintain
these
good
friendships, you want to
friendships.
go out, bawas-bawas ka na in the different other aspects. Let's say you don't
Correct.
value much shopping, ganun.
Yes, like me.
Yeah, it's your money naman. It's your choice on where you allocate your money.
Di ba? Parang ano yan dun sa mga signature bags. Uy, kaya-kaya mo nang bilhin na yan dahil mong pera, di ba?
Yeah,
Pero
just because you could doesn't mean you should.
Very good ka.
That's another challenge that I face. Na, parang nagkakapera na ako. But then, it doesn't mean na just because I have enough, I can buy this thing. I should go ahead and buy it.
So for step 3, di ba? If KonMari says, does it spark joy? FQ Mom says, does it agree with your core values? Okay?
Yum.
Remember that. Because if what you do with and for money does not agree with your core values, no amount of money in this world will make you happy.
That's right.
That is so true.
It won't spark joy.
Okay, let's go to the 4th and the final step.
Okay, well, the 4th is, the importance of design. Okay, so yung style ni Conroy, she has this way of folding
Yes,
and
ang
keeping
galing.
your clothes in the cabinet so that you can see everything na at one glance.
Yeah.
Hindi yung style na there are some clothes that are in the bottom.
Yes.
And for guys like me, usually yun yung mga hindi ka na nasusuot.
You always wear the ones on top, ano? Tapos
Yeah.
pag bumalik na, yun na naman.
Kaya
yun na
same yung
naman.
suot ko sometimes in school no Monday and Thursday. Depending
on
the
how efficient ate is.
Yeah.
Ang galing, ano? Ang cute nga the way she folds her shirts and other clothing
Nakatayo.
materials. Nakatayo.
There's an
It should
architectural
stand.
interior design.
Oo nga. So, in the same way with FQ, designing your earning, spending, saving, and investing is of primordial importance also. Because, alam mo, kadalasan naman we already know di ba, Anton? Like, the way we should handle our money, 3 basic
Yeah.
laws lang yan the way we should handle our relationships, etc., our health. We already know, but we don't because we are only human. We are wired to
And
do
we're-
what is masarap right now.
What's masarap and what's convenient. I'm sure there are a lot.
Yes.
I know a lot of people also. Let's say we have back in college and we have dance competition training at late at night. And we only get to eat dinner after. Me, I'm lucky na when I get home, may nakaiwan na pagkain for me kahit magamig na, it's still the brown rice with gulay. But there are other people I know na there's no choice. I'm gonna buy KFC. I'm gonna buy fast food kasi
Fast
that's
food.
what not only is it the one that's the only one that's open, it's the one that's affordable. It's the one that's cheap. So yung nga, relating it to health, I'm sure naman lots of people, if they had the choice of do you wanna eat healthier or unhealthy, you'd want to eat the healthier one. But then what's more accessible? What's the structure that your life, your day is designed towards. What is easier for you
What's
to...
easier and
Yeah.
more attractive for you at the moment? Kasi yun eh.
Yeah.
Nag-iiba eh. We're always saying na, oo, kaya ko naman yan eh. Kaya mo yan if it's going to happen in the future pa. Di ba?
Yeah, but then what's there now with you?
Oo.
What's reachable?
Yes, when you're very tired already and hungry after
hungry.
your workout, after your dance training, just go. Siyempre, sarap kaya ng KFC na
Yeah.
mainit, na daming gravy, dami ang
Yeah.
kanin, 'di ba? So ganun din. It's the same thing with your FQ, 'di ba? We say na, "Oh yes, I'm going to save and invest for my future so that when I retire, I'll have a happy old age." Pero
You have to go through some hassle then. I mean, you have to make the action.
and the importance of design. Yun yung
Yes.
sinasabi natin. So, ano mga example ng mga design? This is what we call in behavioral economics as choice architecture.
Choice architecture.
Padalihin mo na. Padalihin mo na yung design ng everyday life mo. So, what I always advise when it comes to saving and investing, if you have a payroll account, then you sign up na. You sign up na so that whatever day of the month that you...
Every sweldo that you
Yes,
get.
every
You don't have to
sweldo.
make the decision na. Kasi even if, you can trust yourself na, okay, let's say I'm gonna save 20%, I'm gonna save and invest 20% every time I get sweldo. Done deal. Like, that's sure na, I'll always do it. You won't know naman where you'll be in a year or in 2 years or even next month na
Yes.
baka that time, I'll save 10% now, but 30% na next month kasi there's this sale, mga ganun. No, it's not, it's a human thing. It's not
Yes.
it's not a sin naman masyado. But then, just do yourself the favor na and set it up na now. Kasi if I can make it into a metaphor, like, if I can imagine what it's like, imagine you're on a playground and you want to get down the fastest way possible. There's a way to just take the stairs. So, maraming steps yun, ikot-ikot ka pa. Or you could just take a slide na you go down na kaagad.
Yeah.
That would be my 3-year-old explanation to all this choice architecture. You just take the quickest way.
Yes. So make it easy.
The quickest, easiest way.
That's what the father of behavioral economics and Nobel Prize winner Richard Thaler, my friend Richard Thaler says, "Make it easy, make it easy on me,
okay.
just like the way it should be." Okay. So before I continue singing, I think that's it. We have these 4 steps to guide us. Let's recap.
Start to recap.
Okay.
What's the combination of Marie Kondo and FQ?
Okay.
Marie Mom. FQ Kondo. This
Sige.
is the FQ Kondo.
Parallelisms.
Parallel.
diba?
Okay, so the first step, you have to start with your end goal in mind.
Yes, the same is true with your FQ journey. Picture what kind of life you want to have, not just for now, but also in your old age.
Yeah, you have to know where you're headed, like a goal. And next step is to gather everything together in one place.
Okay, so for FQ, you have to gather everything also. List down everything that you own and owe, and how much you earn and how much you spend.
Okay, and the third step is to hold each item and ask yourself honestly the question, does it spark joy?
Yes, so in the same way, FQ posts the question, does this agree with my core values? What I do with and for money, does
Yes.
it agree with my core
Their
values?
actions kasi every day should be aligned with what you value, and
In life,
that's how if you want to be able to commercial breakdown, if you want to be able to like live a good life, in a generally good life, if you zoom out and look at it, you have to you have to break it down to the tiny decisions you make every day, and if
Yes.
those align with what you want, in the long run, you'll be able to live a good life.
Okay, and then the final step, which now explains and helps what you just said, is the
Importance of design. Okay,
Yep.
so yung style ni KonMari with folding and keeping her clothes in a cabinet. That's why she doesn't have, tama ba yun? She doesn't have any repeat customers. Now, once she goes to your,
Oo, galing, no?
so once she goes to your
She
house,
comes
when she fixes your life, hindi na siya parang, there's a show.
Wala
and
nang backsliding.
Yeah.
That's what she claims.
wala siyang repeat
Galing.
customer.
Oo.
Not good for business, but good for life.
it's good
it
for
reminds
the
me of the ano, it
customers.
reminds me of this show. Commercial agad. Reminds of this show, Pimp My Ride.
Mhm.
It is an MTV show where um they get people with super sira-sirang kotse na sobrang, alam mo yung kadiri na talaga to the max. And what their style is, they'll get the car for a weekend or something, and then they'll put all these nice stuff, they'll repaint it, they'll fix the engine, everything, ganyan-ganyan. But then, they made a show yata after na, like a majority of these people ended up, pumangit ulit yung kotse nila, na kahit
Okay.
nilinis na, it
Oo.
got improved and everything, pumangit din ulit kasi what changed was their car. It was nice for a while, but the way they lived and the way they took care of their car was still the same. There was no, someone just,
There was no
may
structural
nag-Thanos lang
change.
and just fixed and changed everything.
It
But
was a superficial
Yan.
change. Okay, so now the importance of design is what would help us really implement that change over and over again. And that's what we call nga, as I said earlier, as choice architecture. We have to design the way we earn, spend, save, so that it's going to be easier
Yeah.
for us. Do not count on your willpower every time. You make the decision when you are in a cold state or
When
in
you're
a
not-
rational state.
when you're not happy, angry,
Oo,
sad.
kung chill ka lang, kung ox na ka
Yes.
lang.
But again, it's never gonna really be easy when it comes to
Yes.
money and your temptation to spend it, especially with all the ads. And
Kaya nga i-design
I'm
mo
just talking about,
Ah.
let's say right now, I'm just gonna talk about Boracay, ganyan-ganyan. Tomorrow, biglang may ads na yung Facebook about Boracay. It's never gonna be easy. And as a person, I value so much things. I would want to naturally spend on so many things. I want to
Yeah,
travel, I want to shop, I want to eat out.
And because of the reality of the way we designed our environment, it's so much easier to spend than to save and invest.
Yeah, on click na
We
lang.
have to be more careful and proactive in coming up with a design in our life to make it
Great,
easy.
great power. Actually, great accessibility comes with great responsibility. Since it's
And great
easier-
design. Great
Yeah,
design.
yeah.
Make your default choices the choices that are good for you in the long run. Okay.
Okay.
So there you go.
Yeah,
That was a very
and so
interesting.
so that's our style of doing Holy Week. We don't say naman, we don't suggest that na you guys have to do the same thing, and
Basta
I
just
also-
carve out time.
yeah, and I also would like to keep encouraging everyone else to go on vacation on Holy Week para walang traffic dito. Because it's really the best. It's
I
like,
like that.
it's like
It's a
Christmas break.
selfish, ano.
Yeah. It's like the days after Christmas kasi usually wala masyadong traffic na it's Waze is always wrong kasi Waze always overestimates the time. So, yun, if you guys wanna, if that's your style, go ahead! Leave! Joke lang.
Okay, so
There you have it. Hope
there
you
you have
guys-
it. The similarities between the KonMari method and the FQ
The
one.
FQ1. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Mom and Son Podcast.
This has been Rose Press Pausa, the mom, also known as FQ Mom.
And Anton Faust's son. Catch us again next week for another episode, Tuesday, 7 a.m. And if you have any if you have any questions, concerns, email us at antonfausto@gmail.com. Bye!